The construction of Line, the first ever billion-dollar mega project in Saudi Arabia, has been a massive undertaking that has required the coordination of thousands of workers and the use of state-of-the-art construction technology. From its inception, the Line project has faced several challenges, including the need to navigate the rugged terrain of the Arabian desert and the extreme weather conditions of the region. In this video, we'll take an in-depth look at the Line project, exploring the innovative methods and technologies used to bring this ambitious way of living to life. But what's the point now that construction has started? Is this the beginning of something really big? Will it turn out that making the Line, which cost $1 trillion, was a good idea? What's the actual narrative behind that? But before we answer your curiosity, get yourself aboard by subscribing to The Luxury Living to stay in the loop with all the latest interesting news from around the world. Videos taken by a drone showed that Saudi Arabia had started building the Line. During the past few months, there has been a lot of talk about this project. Most people think that it is too big to build and looks like something from a science fiction movie. While the idea of project proposed back in 2021, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman showed the public the Line's precise plan in July of 2022.
نقدم لكم The Line. مدينة مليونية بطول 170 كيلو.
He proposed building glass skyscrapers 500 meters high for 170 kilometers over the desert. The Line is not just the world's largest mega project. It is also a new way of living. Everything of practical importance could be reached on foot in less than 5 minutes, and there would be no need for cars in the city. All of the electricity would come from wind turbines and solar panels, and all of the water would come from a desalination plant that is carbon-free. This would make Line a city that doesn't put out any carbon at all. During the official announcement, the Crown Prince said that they have planned for this city to be carbon-free and environment-friendly, keeping in mind the future population and environmental conditions.
وسوف تتضاعف هذه المدة في 2050. في 2050 سوف يهجر مليار إنسان بسبب ارتفاع انبعاثات الكربون وارتفاع منسوب مياه البحار.
Some people were shocked, while others were cautious about the idea. Millions of people watched the trailers, but there wasn't much information online about the building process itself. Most people thought that the Line was a fake publicity stunt to get the environmental attention. But 3 months after Mohammed bin Salman's statement, on October 19, 2022, construction began. Construction drone footage showed excavators digging trenches in the desert to prepare the ground for the Line. At this point, workers have dug quite far into the ground. The Line starts on the coast of the Gulf of Aqaba and goes over the mountain ranges, as shown on the map. Google Maps also shows that the project is adding to its physical infrastructure, which is a nice bonus. There are clear signs of many changes. Near the mountains, there was a big building with offices, campgrounds, Neom Town with a football field, swimming pools, and a Neom City's Experience Center. Stephen Wood, Senior Director of Maxar's News Bureau, told MIT Technology Review, "We do not have any recent high-resolution imagery that has been collected over these areas." He further stated, "When we have available imaging time, we will collect other areas as part of our overall mission to continually update the entire globe with high-resolution imagery. We tend to concentrate first on those areas that exhibit the most change, but we'll fill in those other areas of the globe as well." Since these images on social media aren't very new, it can be said that more work has been done up till now. So what can happen now that construction has started? There's nothing like this anywhere else in the world. No one knows what will happen next. We can say for sure that there aren't many choices. But talking about the outcome of the project, there are few possibilities. One possibility is that the Line won't be finished for many months or even years, when no one would be willing to move in. It could end up like the Jeddah Tower or the Dubai Crete Tower and be hard to complete. In both cases, there were beautiful pictures and big claims. As soon as the work started, it looked like the construction of those buildings would be completed quickly. But since then, no more progress has been made. On the other hand, Line has the support of a whole country and a lot of interest from around the world, making this outcome less likely. If Saudi Arabia could even get close to finishing the project, getting more tourists and investors would be a huge help. The other option is that Saudi Arabia put a lot of money into their current plans, and over the next few decades, does what it said it would do in its trailers. You could get rid of your car, use the sun and wind to power your home, and build it up. But the task is so big that it seems impossible. The Line project is expected to reach the same height as one fully constructed World Trade Center, which took 8 years of building. Even though it will take a long time, Saudi Arabia wants to build a tower that is 170 kilometers long but the same height. To put it simply, it would be the same as building 2001 World Trade Centers in a long line. 2 of these lines in the project are the same as building 4,000 of them. If we just added up the 8 years for each, we would get 32,000 years. Saudi Arabia could work on more than one part at once and finish them much faster. But this is a good way to show how big they are. Overall, it's a job that would take a long time to do. The Three Gorges Dam, on the other hand, took about 40,000 people 17 years to build in China. It's only 180 meters tall and 2.3 kilometers long, which is much shorter and smaller than the line. As construction has started, the third possibility might be a good idea. At first, many people wondered if this was really the biggest project ever, or if it was just a big mistake that cost a lot of money. But it's possible Saudi Arabia will build it anyway. Though maybe not on the large-scale plan, but Saudi Arabia is going to do it. As the Crown Prince stated on media, "We need to transform the concept of a conventional city into that of a futuristic one. Why should we sacrifice nature for the sake of development? Why should 7 million people die every year because of pollution?" The line is broken up into sections that can be walked in 5 minutes. This lets the huge project to be built in stages. They could just make it that way if they knew how long it had to be. The proposed height of the line could be changed to make building the structure easier and cheaper. Even if the line is built on a smaller scale, it could be the first modern metropolis in the world without cars, giving its people a completely different way to live. In different parts of the world, many projects have been started to make cities less dependent on cars. However, most of these projects have focused on reducing dependence on cars rather than getting rid of them completely. It would be hard to change this, since most big cities were built with cars in mind. With the line, they can start over from scratch. It might be the biggest city in the 21st century where cars are not allowed at all. You should be able to walk to all of the important services in the neighborhood. A planned underground rail system could be used for longer trips across the line. When life really gets going in 2030, people may be crowded into a much smaller version of the high-tech society that has been imagined. What do you think now that the building has begun? When will we find out if this plan worked? What will happen with this project in the future, and whether or not it will turn into a huge abandoned megaproject where no one lives? Tell us what you think about this trillion-dollar megaproject in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel, because whether you're into latest technology videos or a luxury lifestyle enthusiast, we've got you covered.